Hi guys, so it's youngest son's birthday and I'm just throwing together fusilli, prosciutto alla creme, or as my boys like to call it, I'm the headless chef by the way, I can't get the ringing and my head in, so the cooking's prettier, hopefully. So as my boys call it, creamy hammy pasta. One of their staple favourites, dead easy. So I'm not messing with any mamsy-pamsy portions here. We've got a lot of people to feed tonight, so I've done a great big bag of pasta, cooked until it's soft. Now you can leave it al dente, but my boys and I like it soft. So I'm just going to start building the sauce first of all. We'll just let that steam off some of the water. And then we're going to start with the first pot of cream, double cream. Get that in there and get it moving. That'll stop it sticking to the bottom. I'm going to put a second pot of cream in. As you can see, this is wonderful for the diet. Keep it moving the whole time, give it a good stir so that every particle gets covered. Third pot of cream. Obviously, if you're cooking for a family, you would adjust the portions accordingly. I'm cooking for two 6'6" boys and assorted families, and they like the food. So there's 3 pots of cream in, and we're just going to make sure we're not wasting any cream. So a drop of milk in each pot, just to make sure we're washing those pots out thoroughly. And yes, I am using jars. I am not cooking from scratch because I ain't that type of cook. So that's just cleaned the pots out with a little drop of milk. And we keep it stirring. Tin of chopped tomatoes. Now I like quite a heavy tomato note, so I'm going to put in a good squirt of ketchup as well. It just intensifies the flavour. You can use a passat, a tomato passat, but as I haven't got any today, I'm just giving it a hit of ketchup. That adds to the colour, gives it a pretty colour, and it just heightens the flavour. So we've got our pasta, a tin of tomatoes and 3 pots of double cream so far. And we're getting a nice off pink colour now. So now we want a red pasta sauce, and I've gone for onion and garlic. Chuck that in, and again we're using a little splash of just get me pan lid, a little splash of milk, just to see that we don't waste anything. We don't do waste in our house. And then we add a white sauce, and this is a cheese sauce. Oh, you're a sticky devil, aren't you? I wouldn't normally use a cheese sauce. Error number 1. I thought it was white pasta sauce, but shh, we're not going to tell anybody. Of course I knew it was a cheese sauce. As long as it's a white sauce, what does it matter? It'll be right. It's very, very thick. that in. Where's my spoon? And I'll give all that a stir up. Yeah, it's looking good. The heat is on, by the way. I've got it on a very low light that I can actually afford to turn up just a touch. I didn't want it sticking on the bottom, but it's all good. Now we're going to put in a good spoon. I'm going to have to get a clean spoon. Good spoon of English mustard, and spread that round a bit so that it doesn't end up in a clump. And stir in again. Now, before you put your ham in, get your sauce right. Make sure that it's well balanced and you've got a nice hit of everything. So, the herbs I'm not going to be too bothered about. It's just basic Italian herbs, and you can do that with your eyes. You don't need too much measuring. See, and that's all instantly disappeared. So I'm going to use, because they're a little bit coarser, I'm going to use some ordinary mixed herbs as well, because they just disappeared in a heartbeat. Then we want some good old salt and pepper. Sea salt, so you don't have to go mad with it. The ham's salty, but you can go mad with the pepper. You can't really go too wrong with pepper. So we'll give it a good do, and then we'll give it a bit more. Now, this is where we have to start being canny. I would suggest measuring, but I'm a kamikaze cow, so I'm just going to bung some in. So we've got cayenne pepper. Don't go mad with it, because it is quite hot. And we've got paprika, and you want sort of equal measures of those. And this is where you have to taste. You don't want any flavour overpowering anything else. And I think that is going to need a bit more. Yeah, there's a hit there. But it can take more of each of those. That's the sauce made. It's got a nice little hit to it. Nothing too dramatic that's going to knock the kids off the socks. Or knock the socks off the kids, should I say. And now I'm just using basic wafer thin ham, and it's 2 of the largest packets, chopped very finely. And it's 2 full packets minus the dog's portion, because doggy had to have some. Give that a good stir in. The cheese sauce has given it a bit of a different taste. I'm hoping my boys don't notice. So that needs a good stir up. And there, my dears, we have it. Fusilli, prosciutto, alla creme, or creamy, hammy, bloody pasta. Let's just give it a try. What the hell? Let's give it just a little bit more flavour. And what you can do is, when you serve it, you can just do a swirl of cream if you want to, and a little dab of cayenne or paprika, either of the two or both of the two, but a tiny little dusting, just to make it pretty. Serve it with crusty bread. Tiger bread is nice. Serve it with garlic bread. Serve it with sourdough. Serve it with anything you like. Creamy hammy pasta. Thank you very much. Nice chat and happy birthday, Mark, darling. Love you.